Hey everyone, Steve here from My Crypto World. Well, today we're going to have a look at a few news articles. First of all, we're going to look at what Brian Armstrong says about Bitcoin and can it possibly be the new global reserve currency. We'll also have a look at an article from Willy Woo, and we're also going to look at Ethereum. Has it been oversold? Okay, so let's have a look at an article that came out from Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase. Brian goes on to say that one alternative, to the US decline and China's rise is still a very country-centric view of the world. It's one country has to be the new world order. But I think things may be a little bit different this time, which is that we have a new global gold standard that has been introduced with Bitcoin. And there's only 200 million people in the world or so that have tried crypto at this point. That's a lot, but it's nowhere near maybe the influence of the dollar or something like that. I think most people in the world would consider this to be a crazy thing to say or a contrarian view or whatever. But I think there's a chance that Bitcoin becomes the new global reserve currency. So very interesting. Good point regarding country after country, country against country, about being the new world order or the best superpower in the world, whether it be an arms race or financially or economically, all that sort of stuff, technology driven. Whereas Bitcoin really can be adopted globally, and it's not really connected to one country in a sense. So world global economy, which would be pretty good. The Coinbase CEO says the potential for loss of the dollar's global dominance is nothing unique, as fiat currencies tend to have a limited lifespan once they cease being backed by a commodity such as gold, which is true, obviously. Now, another article came out the other day from Willy Woo, and it just goes on to say that Bitcoin is showing evidence of bottoming out after meeting two necessary conditions, according to a popular on-chain analyst, being Willy Woo. The on-chain analyst tells his 1 million Twitter followers that Bitcoin has already experienced capitulation, and the other condition, accumulation, is currently ongoing. According to Woo's Bitcoin capitulation event last month, after the collapse of Terra Luna, is reminiscent of what occurred when the flagship crypto asset bottomed out in December of 2018. Woo says the accumulation phase Bitcoin underwent in the first half of 2019 could be replicated going forward. So that's very positive news. Again, history does not need to repeat, as the market is structurally different now in 2022, which is very good advice. Often you'll hear commentators saying that if it happened in the past, it may happen in the future. It gives you a guide, but it doesn't necessarily mean that always comes true. Woo goes on to say that we are structurally different due to mature forces, markets where coins can be hedged out to USD without actually selling or moving coins on chain. Institutional custody providers are probably making an impact as well. So a bit of different point of view from Woo there, but it's still all valid. It's certainly good to read. Keep yourself knowledgeable and read these articles as they appear in the marketplace. In this article, finally, I'm talking about the two biggest coins today, being Bitcoin and Ethereum. This article came out from Ethereum, saying that the price enters this oversold zone for the first time since November 2018. Ethereum's native token entered its oversold territory in this June, the 12th, for the first time ever since November 2018, according to its weekly relative strength index, RSI. Traditional analysts consider the asset to be... Actually, let's just go and have a look at that. According to the relative RSI, let's go to... I always fact check everything. So we'll just go to Ethereum. That is correct. RSI, yep. Actually, what did the article say? Did that say November 2018? Well, that's not quite true because it was oversold in January 20... Oh, hang on. Was that... sorry, guys. It was weekly. What am I on daily? Let's just flick up to a weekly chart and check that out. Yep, absolutely. There we go. December and November 2018 is the last time that Ethereum traded below the RSI range, which gives you an indication that the actual commodity, the stock, the crypto, whatever it is you're trading, has been oversold. So for a lot of people actually rely on the RSI indicator, the relative strength indicator, to determine when they purchase and exit the markets. So it's interesting that I read this article before, but I didn't really sort of analyze it. Okay, so that's a very good, that can be a strong buying signal. Not financial advice, just financial opinion only. Traditional analysts consider an asset to be excessively sold after its RSI, relative strength index, reading falls below 30. Furthermore, they also see the drop as an opportunity to buy the dip, believing an oversold signal would lead to a trend reversal, which is what we're all hoping for. ETH's previous oversold reading appeared in the week ending November 12th, 2018, which preceded roughly a 400% price rally, as shown below in the graph. Now remember, what happened in the past does not mean it has to happen in the future, but sometimes indicators will show that it's possible that it can happen again. Well, past performance, it's just the article goes on to say exactly what I said, so it does not have to come true. Macro headwinds and a 650 Ether price target. The RSI-based bullish outlook appears against a flurry of bearish headwinds, ranging from persistently higher inflation to a classical technical indicator with a downward bias. So again, we just need to see where things go with this. Ethereum at the moment is quite low compared to its all-time high of 4,868. We are now at around about, where are we? Just on $1,000, just above $1,000. So good buying for those that are interested. The RSI indicator there, you can see a number of times in the past where the RSI has actually gone above, which means it's actually been overbought. Now it doesn't always relate to a market correction or a coin correction. It just shows that there are a lot of buyers in the market at the moment, and maybe the price might be a bit too high relative to the project that Ethereum is undertaking, but it gives you a reasonable indicator anyway of what the direction of things that are going. So back in here in December 2018, if we just look at that there, after it was oversold there, the Ethereum continued to go sideways until around about July, so another say 6 months, and then it shot through the roof. Again, not saying it can happen twice, but you never know. That's all the news articles for today. We'll see you in a couple of days' time with some further news articles before we do a recap of the stock market, the crypto market, and all the altcoins as well. Until then, take care.